Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're going to take a look at one example of a ZIPPO lighter, kind of the traditional style or kind of classic or modern style, although it's actually been around for quite some time now. But let's go ahead and take a look at just one example. They come in hundreds, if not thousands, of variety of decorations and styles of finish and material. So if we look at the back side first, you see this one is very highly polished, and I tried to clean it off, but as soon as you touch it with bare hands, you're going to transfer finger oils and whatever onto it. But if you look at the front, you can see here we have a yin-yang symbol that is actually textured onto there. So there's actually a very slight surface difference in the pattern. You might actually be able to see that with a very slight amount of shadow there. So it's not just a enamel decal. There's actually some metalwork done to get the symbol onto here. And you can see at the bottom, if I can get the reflections to cooperate, I'll read it off. It's 1993, and then the initials A.A.D.L.P, all separated by periods. So, there we go. And at the bottom, we have ZIPPO and YIN. You'll have to reference your own research to decode the codes at the bottom. Offhand, I don't recall, but again, this one is an IXI. ZIPPO, Bradford, PA, made in USA, and this lighter is functional. So traditionally, the current style that's been around for decades, it's hinged. I'm not sure if the number of hinge points has changed over time, but it's 3 on the bottom, 2 on the lid, if you're counting them off. And you have the classic spring door mechanism. It will not let you close it this way. It has to be in this position. And what happens is, you can see there's a little shelf in there, and that traps this piece in its own little cubby hole here. So when it flips up, it actually wants to press the lid back open, because it's actually only being reset to about here inside that lid. So it's wanting to press out. This whole mechanism, you can see we got our flint striker wheel. There's a flint under tension directly underneath with a spring plunger pushing upward against it. There's a wick that's soaked right now in lighter fluid that's picking up through the cotton or synthetic cotton that's in the base of the lighter. And I'm going to go ahead quickly and show you that. Right now, actually, you can be breathing the fumes right now, but also ZIPPOs will have writing engraved. For best results, use ZIPPO flints and fluid. ZIPPO MFG.co, Bradford, PA, and again the IXI, made in USA, with ZIPPO in the middle there. On the opposite side, we do have a little bit of a fluid stain. Let's see if I have something I can wipe this off real quick. No, I might just have to read it off. That is hard to read, but I do have a glass. Let's see if that helps. Keep away from children. Oh, after filling, wipe lighter and ampersand hands before lighting. Lighter does not extinguish, close lid to put it out. Okay. So here's where the thickest part of the cotton or synthetic cotton is. This screw is actually what is retaining the spring and plunger, holding the flint against the striker wheel. This can be lifted up and twisted to the side, although I don't have the fingernails at the moment to lift it up. So you see how thick that is. But inside are thinner layers of this cotton, and you basically add lighter fluid into there, usually from some sort of squeeze bottle or can, and usually fill it up partially. You don't want to have it swimming because it will leak out through osmosis. Through fluid transfer, it will leak through the bottom and up the sides, and it would just be a mess, especially if you lay it sideways. So usually about a third full, because you can always just pull this out easily and refill it as you need. So this goes back in, always this side on the hinge side, and it should close nice and firm. So again, this could use a little refill, but you can see, we do get a nice little flame off this one. So again, there's a classic Zippo lighter with a design from A.A.D.L.P from 1993, a yin yang. Just want to mention that they typically come in a case. This is not the original one for this one, but they're typically kind of a clamshell that can be folded open to display. You can see at an angle the lighter in there, like so. So you can actually have a whole display of these, let's say, on a shelf or a mantle cabinet, curio cabinet, however you want. And then they typically store the instructions in the back. So if I can get these out, wasn't quite prepared to do that at the moment. But we'll see if we can get it out of there. So warning, statements, safety precautions, descriptive blurb. This thing just folds out into a zillion pages. Trimming the wick instructions, zip its lit. Always use genuine Zippo fluid and flints and wigs to reflint your Zippo lighter. Figure A. How to fill your Zippo lighter. Let me do a separate video on this so we can go over this in detail. Plus this is in multiple languages as well. Looks like avertissement, French, précaution, Spanish, von Kindern fernhalten. Sicherheitshinweis. So hopefully that's some German. It folds up quite nicely. So underneath here again, Zippo Manufacturing Company, Bradford, PA, USA. So this has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out others on the channel. We also do unboxing videos as well as selection of book review media reviews, and we also do a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.